What was the old world like? The way it used to be?
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause, catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth.
Yes. Billions were displaced and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global population.
Jelen pillanatban pont ugyanezek mennek most amúgy. Jó, de szar. De jó!
So things got better.
Ég veled világ.
For a little while at least.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my assessment was premature.
Amúgy előzőleg csak annyi volt, hogy akkor most mi okozta az emberiségnek ezt a nagy szarságját, ez az éhezés, mi az a migráció, hogy akkor A-ból B-be meg elutaznak nagyon sokan, nagy vándorlás, éghajlatváltozás, háború, meg minden, és ha belegondolsz, jelen pillanatban 2022, 11. hó, 18, de így tartunk amúgy. Ja, meg átléptük néhány napja a 8 milliárdot, szóval, yeah! Szerintem, ja. Szerintem ilyen közel még nem voltunk a kiadásunkhoz, mint amilyenek most amilyen közel vagyunk amúgy. Hogy gyors legyen, bazdmeg és fájdalommentes flash.
This Firebreak project. It was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron. It took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Do you know what happened to your colleagues, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Amúgy ki tudja, lehet, hogy 20-30 év múlva majd ezt a beszélgetést fogod visszaidézni, hogy bazd meg ilyenkor milyen jó volt minden, milyen laza volt minden, de lehet, hogy 20-30 év múlva kb. Világ vége lesz. Azt éppen, mit tudom én, tűz mellett télen ott vagytok, vagy 10-20-an, hogy éhennel halljatok meg ilyenek, mert világ vége meg. Ha belegondolni, de ki tudja. Ha már úgyis ilyen hangulatot hozott a játék.
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback,
It's still out there. and probably not very happy with us.
Undoubtedly.
Walking Dead eset, de hát megkarmolnak, megharapnak, azt véget. Ennyi volt.
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago, I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Maria said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes. I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
Ilyetek, ne harapjanak meg. Van egy olyan könyvem amúgy, zombi túlélő kézikönyv. Na te.
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia.
Igen, vannak olyanok.
Subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened. 19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such
Lassan
dangerous
vége a
machines?
live-nak,
The
akkor majd
Banuk and
meglesem.
other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan.
Az évvilágháború metrót végül, és mondjuk a harmadik könyvet még mindig nem olvastam végig. Jaj te. Nem baj, én sem. Én még semmelyiket sem.
Piece of gear. A fragment of something larger. It emitted a signal. All the nearby machines became peaceful. You could walk right up to them.
Interesting. You said that Gaia destroyed herself. How was this accomplished?
An explosion. Big enough to blast the top off a mountain. So, you think the fragment was part of her?
It's only speculation, but it is possible. She must have had complete control over machines that were part of her system. The ability to signal them to become passive or aggressive would certainly have been part of her programming. It would have been gratifying to correspond with such a benevolent AI. I wish she had survived.
Believe me, Cyan. So do I.
Egy hét volt az első kötet, az
I found
igen.
the strangest machines. They're surrounded by flowers that look like flowers themselves. There's code embedded inside them. I think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But you asked about these flowers, not verses that I enjoy. Something must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system. Is it possible that their creator is one of the other subroutines, now autonomous, like Hephaestus? Maybe one whose purview is flora.
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. That'd be a nice change of pace. But what about the poems?
Unless the poetry is original, the only way it could have made it into such a system is through its programmer. In my case, Dr. Sandoval uploaded a great deal of literature to test my emotional responses.
How'd you do?
She said I passed, but was insufficiently moved by her favorite period romances.
Hiányzik, hát gondolom felgyorsultak a dolgok, mi? Valahogy mindenre tudsz időt szánni, és egyben semmire nem tudsz időt szánni. Én valahogy így vagyok. Annyi mindent szeretnék csinálni, de annyira nincs időm szinte semmire, szóval... utálatos.
Meant a lot to Araya.
Once I understood Araya's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Araya's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined. How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Araya, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Araya.
You're asking me if you should lie to them.
Broadly, yes.
Process? Van itt már minden.
Life is hard for the Banuk. Their world is unforgiving in their beliefs. I guess they help to keep them going. So take it easy on them. Try to guide them, bring them around to understanding what you are.
Communion with machines features heavily in the mysticism of the Banuk. I think they will be agreeable to this approach.
As long as they don't end up worshipping you.
Upon consideration, I believe such an experience would be intensely uncomfortable.
You're right about that.
Milyen rossz lehet, hogyha imádnak téged.
I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can.
Nyugi, még működik az agyam.
Your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus, all very interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too, and unleashed them on the world, as minds of their own.
So it seems.
Think of summer sun, breeze through the tree.
Ennyi? Megfaszom ez a küldetés. Mi ez a küldetés? Ja, van még ja, még a magadék 5-öt meg kell ölni. Utána ennyi, mi? Hát jó. Akkor öljük meg a magadék 5-öt, aztán tegyük el. Hát, amíg gyorsabban is mennék, ez...
One of these things again.
Nem kicsi. Jaj, te! Az a segges volt. Megöltem saját magam. Hoppá. Jaj.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus, all very interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too, and unleashed them on the world, as minds of their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life, aberrant life, transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding, anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that
Volt tovább szöveg?
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday we may have to stop it.
We?
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You can stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
Kurva. Nem mi az buzuló? Yes. Nem tudja, hogy lenne jó.
There. So much for being careful.
Hát nem mindegy, a fegyó basszom száját. Azt itt hagyjuk. A másik itt van. Ja. Zombi túlélő kézikönyv, most néztem meg. Wow. Jó hangzik.
It's Aratak. Two fire claws. This is gonna be tough.
I can help with those.
We have to stop meeting like this.
We will. When these are driven from our land.
Én nem stalker, az itt még. Az egy elég buzi kombó. Kettő van itt. Bazd meg. Laci. Még védekezik, azt nézd. Oh,
thanks. 2 of us, 2 of them. More of a fair fight.
Their numbers are much depleted, thanks to you. We shall end this threat and keep Cyan safe. She speaks as the shamans do, only clearer.
Take care of each other, Artok.
Farewell.
Hát nem kifejezetten sok alapanyagom van. Az, hogy ez hosszabb távon is tudjon működni. Kérem szépen. Meg a faszombat is. Jó, de... Azon gondolkodtam, mi lenne, hogyha leváltanánk az egyiket egy ilyesmire. Vagy egy olyasmire. Igen, köszönöm, Maxi. Pont ez. Hát nem tudja, melyik lenne jóra. Ebből geci sok kell, hogy lefagyjon már, bocsáss meg. Fegyó se jó lenne. Bár a faj még jónak bizonyultam, úgyhogy ha lefedeztettem. Faszom fog itt mindig vele. Ja, pont így. Hát az jó volt. Mi a faszom volt az a nagy damage legutóbb? Azokat nem lenne rossz haladni amúgy. Amit tudok, visszaveszek. Úgy. Na, már csak egy van. Az eljövök ide amúgy. Eladni ezeket a szavakat. Nincs hely. Itt a shoppingos. Ott. Hát igen. Ennyi szóval is ki vagyok fogyva. Mennyi elég is volt.
Be prepared.
So, Sakuli captured the...
Na, hol van az utolsó? Basszodjon meg.
Just like in the cauldron.
Ez minden fasza. Ajajaj, elnézem, ő se hülye. Hasadod nyomban ide. Nem bír megállni egy helyben legalább kicsit. Na most. Na. Hát jó buzi volt. Hát még kezdtek meg azt mondtam, hogy a kettő lesz sikítok. Nem sikítottam. Bátor vagyok.
I heard. Aratak told me about Araya.
I'm sorry, M.2.
No apologies. Aratak said that in the end she was filled with the blue light. She got what she always wanted, didn't she? Each time I doubt my way forward, I think I should seek her guidance. And then I remember. The only guidance I'll receive is my own. Which will have to be good enough. There's much to do.
The fire claws. Aratak asked me to help hunt them down.
It's a dire task, but it occupies my attention, so I suppose I'm grateful for it. My scouts have tracked them across the cut.
I'd like to think you're right, M.2. About Araya getting what she wanted.
I'm sure she did. All her victories. Surviving the Karja, communing with the spirit, defeating the daemon. Every goal she ever set for herself, she accomplished. And in the end, she was rewarded with the blue light itself. The songs say that our bodies are poor vessels for the light. Our hearts are too dark. But at least for a moment, before she passed, I hope she felt what it was like to be part of it.
You don't sound like you trust yourself to take Araya's place.
Araya inspired. Whatever we encountered, the new machines, the slaughter at Thunder's Drum, we knew we would endure, because she had endured worse. I don't know that I have her confidence. Trust is earned, Aloy, even in oneself.
You earned Araya's trust, didn't you? She believed you were up to this. And so do I.
Do you?
I wouldn't have said it if I hadn't meant it.
And I suppose I'd better live up to your expectations.
I've already found the fire claws in M.2. It's over.
That's it then. That's the last of the daemon's work washed away. The last notes of Araya's song sung. The cut is a safer place to live because of what you've accomplished. And now it's time to start anew.
I'm glad I could be a part of it.
As are we all, Aloy. Thank you.
Na. Minden küldetés kész. Wow, meg ilyen achievementet kaptam. Minden küldetés kész. Beszarsz. Hát jó, ezek gondolom ilyen mellékküldetések leginkább. Szóval mellék-mellék-mellékküldetés. Mit tudnám megfogalmazni? Van egy olyan achievement, hogy éljük el a 60-as szintet. Nekem támadt egy kis buzis ötletem. Ne, megcsináljuk. Oké. Hát végül is. Ne bozuljunk vele. Még vannak terveim a játékkal, majd live-on kívül. Majd egyszer, főleg, hogyha meg lesz a kontroller, akkor majd egy picit bohózkodni vele. Így a tévén. Nem tudom, most beleértem magam a kontrollerbe. Lehet, hogy azt megveszem amúgy. Megszerzem karácsonyra. Csak egy abban kezdek meglepődni, bazd meg, hogy azt hittem, hogy 20 000, az 30 000, plusz mellé tölthető elemek az egy 10-es, meg mindez, hogy lesz, hogy 40-50 000, az, hogy van egy kontrollerem. És egy billentyűzet kerül annyiba kb. Azt, hogy azt a kurva jött, mi a faszom? Szagátlag magyarnak lenni. Majdnem egy fél havi fizetés kitesz. Hát egy negyede. Egy átlag miskolci fizetésnek egy kontroller. Üdvözöllek Magyarországon. Nice. Na. Kivettük a játékot 50 egész, hát 50, és 23. 50 óra 23, na 50 óra 26 perc, 21 másodperc, na megy ez. És mikor kezdtük? Itt van ekkor kezdtük. Hát jó, majdnem. 2022. 11. 14 óra. Wow, mi a fuck mi? Azért na. De el voltunk vele. 52 óra. Jó játék ez. Elég szép a története is azért, meg kell hagyni. Nem tudom ti, hogy vagytok vele. Meg eléggé elgondolkodtató azért. Akárhogy is nézzük, eléggé elgondolkodtató, hogy olyan mi a fuck lesz. Későbbiekben még. Hát nem nagyon hiszem, hogy túl sok pozitívum lesz a jövőben nekünk amúgy. Ezzel kapcsán. Mármint nem is az, hogy ezzel, hanem így unblock. Engem kérdeztük. Már most beszoptuk. És jó volt ez a DLC. Szépen tovább vitte a történetet. Kis hunyiság. Tetszik. Jaj. Nem tudom. Remélem a 2 is minél hamarabb meg lesz PC-n amúgy. Hol lenne kivinni majd a 2-t is PC-n. Persze ugyanilyen magyar fordítással, mert hát nem vagy mi cigányok, hogy minden nyelven beszéljünk. Akarom mondani. Jó, az hülyén fogalmaztam. Jó, menekülj! Menekülj!